Good morning, guys. Welcome to Operation Crypto, and this is episode 5 of the crypto update. This is a video that I push out every single morning where we take a look at the market. So we'll look at Bitcoin first, and then we'll take a look at some crypto assets chosen by you guys. So on every single video, once you watch it, and if you want me to cover a specific asset, comment in the box below, and then I will cover it on the next video. Usually it's going to be Monday to Friday, but if there's some time, I will get to a couple of videos over the weekend too. So we'll start off with Bitcoin, looking at this. And one key point that I've been banging on about recently is this trend line here. Obviously, it's not on the wicks. We've had several wicks below it, but one thing to note, there has been no daily candle closures below this trend line. And if you look in the past, when was the price last below that trend line? You're talking somewhere down here. So that's a long time ago. You're talking like last July. So it does show that is a clear trend, which has been bouncing off nicely. A couple of days ago, we had a beautiful engulfing candle that got wiped out. And then look at last night, we dumped down and touched it to an absolute T again. So it does show that is probably the best area to long. If we just look at the perp chart, this is the trend that we're currently back in. We've got the high range here up at 45,400, and then the low range there at 34,200. We need to get back above the EQ, which is the equilibrium of the entire move. Once we get back above there, hopefully, fourth time lucky, we'll get towards that range high at 45,300 and break out. I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed that does happen, because it's getting a little bit mundane in the markets, and coupled with global financial state of the world. And I think we definitely need some relief, and I think crypto is that relief which people are craving. So my thoughts is we need to get back above 39,800. If we flip that to support today, the weekend may be prosperous, and we might get up to that 45,300 level. Right, so taking a look at some assets requested by you guys. The first one is MATIC, so we'll just have a quick search, and then we'll crack right on with it. We'll only look at the USDT pairings. We're not going to look at the Satoshi pairs today, just due to the fact that most people these days do trade in US dollars. So MATIC, it's not been doing too bad really, has it? I mean, well, let's get rid of that level there. We've been pretty much trending up ever since we started. Really, look at that. That's a trend there. We had a few wicks below it, but as you can see, major support here back in April 21. Major support here. And then we've had a few wicks below it, but that is a current trend which we have bounced off again. Been using quite a few trend lines recently, and it shows that the structure and the trend has been falling quite nicely. So long-term uptrend, but also you can't get away from that as a mid-term downtrend there, and that is something we need to break out of very, very soon. I think if we do continue on this path of this longer-term uptrend, this multi-year uptrend, I think price action may start to be a bit more favourable. We may get that breakout soon and come up to test this region around here. So if you're looking to buy, I think now is a great level to buy. But just beware that if the market does dump and we get some closures, or should I say some wicks down, then you could be looking at here. Looking at around $1.11 potential area to buy, because it is a massive area of support around here. And it was a big area of resistance around there. So if you're looking for buys, levels to buy is $1.10, let's call that. But on the way up, hopefully we'll get a breakout of this downtrend. And if you're looking to take some profit off the table, I think here around $1.80 is a nice level to take profit. And then we've got this bit here, which is still a while off, but that's up at $2. So levels to buy is pretty much laddering down from $1.40 all the way down to $1.10. And then levels to take profit, $1.87 up to $2.08. So that's MATIC covered. Next we have Crow. I've not covered Crow for a while. Crow USDT. We'll use the Qcoin chart. So, crypto.com. I used to use this quite a while ago, but then I got a little bit fed up of it. But I think a lot of people are starting to use it more now. And if you look at the end time move from September last year, major push to the upside. I mean, from that upside move there, got close to a 600% move, followed by a 78% retracement. Fibonacci's one of my favourite indicators to use, and look at that, wicked right down there to an absolute T, pushed up, and then we've hit this level of resistance. I think, again, if you're looking for buys and we get a Bitcoin shakeout, I'd still target buys down at 32 cent. I think 32 cent could be a decent level for you to buy in. Currently at 38 cents, so in terms of a drop, it won't be drastic. It'd be like a 15 to 20% drop. So I would look at 32 cent for buys. In terms of price action, though, we have a bearish cross way up here closely. And we nearly got that bullish cross there, but the market even decided to dump. And we're actually using this moving average 20 is currently resistant. If we need to get back above that, then we need to target that moving average 50. So I think if you're looking to take some profit, if we get in down here, then obviously you're going to start laddering some sell orders in at 43 cent all the way up to 52 cent. But it has managed to do a 78% retracement. Whenever I'm looking at an asset that's done a major move to the upside, I always wait for 78% retracement before buying in. So all in all, not looking too bad. RSI is at 42%, so we've got plenty of room to grow. And looking at daily moving average 200, we're using that as support there. So get rid of everything else. Look at the get rid of that and get rid of that. The moving average 200 on the daily time frame is the area. Whenever you're in a bull trend, you need to be above it. And we are using that, pretty much hanging onto it a thread here. So I think this is a level where we do bounce, to be honest. If we did lose this and start getting some closures below it, you're going to start looking back down to here for some buys, potentially. At this region there. And that's all the way down at, well, it's 32 cent again. And then potentially even that region down there. But I do not envisage that happening. That's down at 20 cent. Only if we start to get closures down here, you're probably going to look to those two regions. So that's Crow covered. Next we have EFI, whatever EFI is, we'll have a quick look at that. It's on OKEX Affinity. We'll have a look at the OKEX chart, see what date we've got on there. Get rid of all that malarkey. Yeah, pretty much it looks like it's lower than when it got listed back in August on OKX, so price action is not looking too good there, is it really? In terms of where we're currently at, that is the bottom that we've formed so far, and we've bounced up about 27 cent. And then if you're looking for levels of resistance, you've got all these bottoms down here. And also you could say that we've got another another level of resistance around there. So levels to buy, looking at around 27 cent. That chart does look pretty much horrific, and I'm not sure if there's much data on other charts, but considering it's been, well, I don't know where it's been actually, but we've not got the data. But on this chart last year, we managed to get up to $2.39. I mean, it's not been the best of times, has it? From that peak there to a bottom, 88% drop. If the asset is fundamentally still building and the team are there still working, then it just could be a great opportunity. But I couldn't comment on the fundamentals of the asset, and most assets are on the floor now, in my opinion. So I think it's a good time to buy. But I can't really look into that too much, to be honest. Next we have HBAR. We'll have a look at this in USDT payment again. I know a friend who went heavy into a daily hash graph. I'm looking at this, it's currently at 20 cent. Let's have a look on a weekly time frame to start off with, and let's get rid of all that noise, what's going on. So it had a major rise, didn't it? We've got the all-time high mark up there, maybe. Let's see if that's at 57 cent. Currently down at 20 cents, so it's not a major drop really. If we look at that to that, it's talking a 67% drop, and it is kind of found a level of support around this region here, hasn't it? That looks to be the liquidity area around 19-20 cent, where people are thinking, right, yeah, I'm happy to buy at this price. Looking at the moving average 200, which I've got rid of for some reason. Have I put it on here? There we go. That's, yeah, we're way below that, aren't we now? So we need to get back above that. Looking at the 50 and the 20, and on the weekly time frame, it's not looking too good, but to be honest, potentially a bearish cross forming there. So it's not end of the world. Bearish cross could form, because if the price action does stay below here, you probably get a cross. I mean, you could get a nice break up if the price action does keep going up, but not the best so far. I mean, that does look a little bit bearish, to be honest. Going to a daily time frame, we've already had a bearish cross way back up here on 26th of November, and the price action has been just keep rejecting off at 50. And currently it's rejecting off for 20. So buys currently in this level here at 18 cent. And then if you need to get any bullish price action, you need to get back above here, back above 23 cent, and then hopefully target this area here, and then hopefully start to push up. So HBAR looking quite bearish on the weekly time frame, but it has been bearish for pretty much 3 months on the daily time frame. So it's not nothing too much to worry about. Our size at 46%, so we've got plenty of room to drop, but also plenty of room to grow as well too. And then finally, we'll have a look at TOLS, TOLS. I'm not too sure what this one is, but let me just have a look on a different chart, see if I can find anything. If not, then that's going to do it for today's video. I must have spelled it wrong or not sure, but that's going to do it for today. Can't really find anything to do with TOLS, unless I've actually spelled it wrong. But if you comment on the video tonight, I'll make sure I find the chart or drop me a link to a chart, and I will put in the my next video either tomorrow or on Monday, depending on what goes on. But thanks so much for listening. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button. I'll catch you next time.